Hello everyone, I'm Wayward, and this is Command & Conquer Remastered. Nope, not Command & Conquer Remastered, Command & Conquer 3, Kane's Wrath. I've been doing both lately, of course. And I guess I'm just all mixed up. Anyway, another 1 versus 1, this time on Small Town, USA. In the bottom left is the green nod, is Lamas, and in the top right, as our yellow Scrin, we have SnicKers. Just gonna real quick double check that I got those right. Lamas and SnicKers. There we go. Looks like we're going out real quick to grab our Tiberium spikes. Here's that. It's not called an engineer, but it's functionally an engineer. Assimilator, that's the one. And we have our Nod engineers, of course, capturing their Tiberium spikes as well. Got a bunch of these militant squads. They're called right. Yep. Moving out on the map. Little engagement here. Looks like there's some buzzers in this building, and of course they cannot attack. So, for Lamas' side, we got some buggies coming out, and over here on SnicKers' side, the first Seeker is out and ready to do something. So in the middle we just have some kind of nothing going on as these militants attack the buzzers, and that first Seeker tank is coming out to fight back. And we actually got buzzers around it. Nice! That's very cool. Have the buggy attacking and scouting at the same time up here, and our Seeker is actually doing the same thing. So as you can see, we have, it looks like 3 stealth harvesters over here, and up here it looks like there's 2 harvesters at the moment. The elephants making a bit of a nuisance of themselves. Of course, the Seeker cannot crush anything, and he's actually taking some noticeable damage. Got that buzzer hive coming up, killing the militants, and then immediately they turn the buzzers with them being applied to that Seeker, which is pretty cool. Let's see, just more harvesters coming out. We're at 4 Lamas. Nice scouting going on by the Scrin player. Seekers out and about using those buzzers to clear those buildings. It's a nice touch. A second War Factory out for our Nod player. It is a little disappointing to me that in the Command & Conquer games, infantry really don't play a huge part. We've seen a lot of buzzer use, of course, and buzzers are really useful for clearing out buildings, but really quickly we see vehicles take front and center. Have our operations center up, that's tier 2 for our Nod player, and a bunch of Scorpion tanks starting to come out on the Scrin side. Still nothing but Seekers, it looks like. Got some forward positions for scouting here. Interesting to me that neither player has moved so far. They're staying still at their main base. Actually, Lamas has now sold off his command center entirely, his con yard rather entirely, meaning he's committing to what he has right now, staying on tier 2 with flame tanks, scorpion tanks, decent number of them right now. Of course, that's scouted by SnicKers. And over here, we finally have that drone ship moving over to take some more territory. Got a couple of disintegrators coming out to deal with the tanks, and 1 Annihilator tripod with no shields. There's a tech for that, didn't there? Oh, there it is. 2, 3. It's like these tanks are waiting for this drone ship to land. Since it don't last too long, this Annihilator tripod is going to do pretty well against these tanks. And with the Seeker back up, actually pretty well done. We have these flame tanks coming in, forcing a sell-off of one of those refineries, and the Annihilator tripod takes out the other tank. So it looks like this Nod force has been nicely cleaned up. Have the lightning spike coming down. drone ship has been placed. This is where it gets really bad for Lamas, because he's really kind of stuck on what he's doing right now, and what he's doing isn't working. So, running over some of those disintegrators, migrating some of his harvesters over to the new field. I think that's where the drone should go. Did it get killed? Did it get moved? What happened? I am flabbergasted. It apparently was either killed or sold? I can't imagine he would have sold it intentionally. This is a lot of scorpions for these annihilator tripods to deal with. This lone descent trying to make, uselessly running into the wall of scorpions. That's a lot of scorpions, isn't it? Look at that. Good many scorpions. These harvesters being forced to now long distance mine. This base is completely mined out. Up here there's still a little left, but rapidly running out as well. Flame tank coming in, and it's like almost but not quite killing off the nerve center, almost but not quite off. Nope, actually did get the power plant. Nerve center maybe going down as well. And it does, it either dies or gets sold. So it's really well done by Lamas. Putting the hurting on our Scrin player. We do have attenuated force fields out. Looks like. You need to see the actual force fields coming up on the Annihilator tripod, but that's an expensive upgrade. I really want to know what happened to that drone ship. I am completely missed it, and it's really bumming me out. Seeker looking for opportunity there. What happened to the harvesters? Just kind of fiddling around. So some Seekers here to protect this, some Seekers here to harass these incoming harvesters. I think there's enough Scorpion tanks though. Nope, not with these tripods. But 4 Scorpion tanks against 3 Annihilator tripods, that's not gonna... Yeah, they all just melt away. A much, much larger attack up here by Lamas trying to take out these harvesters. Both players forced to long distance mine, and I'm not entirely sure who this is going to favor. These harvesters, I think, will get away, but there's not really enough over here to stop all these scorpions. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even take into account the Tiberium spikes. So actually this is a decent force with these force fields. These Seekers should be able to do okay. The flame tank joining in. This is really bad. This harvester just halving it for these tanks. I don't think, yep, and then down it goes. There's one less harvester for our Scrin player. Losses on both sides. Both players need to watch out. I think any significant army loss at this point is going to end things. This is actually a lot of troops down here. We have confessors in this somewhere, maybe? We have a confessor attached to the squad. The confessors provide some sort of bonus. You're going to tell me. Throws hallucinogenic grenades and increases the squad's combat effectiveness. I didn't see this building go up earlier. So there's not much on the Scrin side at this point that can effectively deal with this massive infantry. The Annihilator tripods that might be able to walk on them, but there are a lot and they're quite spread out. So this is looking really bad for SnicKers. SnicKers. I can't remember now. Let's take a look. SnicKers.
Unit lost.
So there's not much left here for our Scrin player, just the one refinery. And if that goes down, he's out of his ability to earn resources at all. This Shardwalker, it looks like it's been phased and is being used to crush the infantry. So that's a unique tactic. See, it's completely impervious to harm while it's phased like that. More Shardwalkers out, actually, so there were a couple that were able to come out while the infantry were pathing over. Let's see, there's just some harvesters down there. Really well done by our Scrin player, able to clean that up pretty well. The phasing was a useful tactic. Actually, there's not much here that can come in and clear out these buildings at this point for the Scrin. So Lamas could actually use these to station his units in. But now there's a ton of Shard Walkers out. We still have all of our tripods, at least 2 of our tripods. Scrin player smartly positioning his vehicles kind of close to his warp sphere. A lot of infantry, this tripod being used to crush the infantry, but in danger of going down, and indeed it does. That's one less tripod, only one tripod left, and then it goes down as well. So, well, we actually have shock troopers left for our Scrin. Those, I think, are supposed to be good against vehicles, not infantry. Vehicles and structures, so that was a bad choice. Our last Shard Walker going down. It looks like this infantry assault may actually be paying off for SnicKers. It's kind of neat to see that, honestly. Normally, I was actually this match, at the beginning of this match, was saying that it's a shame that infantry aren't used as much, and here they are winning a game. So, looks like that is the end, and SnicKers has lost, and infantry won Lamas the match. So that is a really cool to see. Let's see. Structures. What I'm interested in is the resources. Actually, really close the entire time. Nice little match. That's one thing I love about Command & Conquer so much, is that that's a really action-packed 11 minutes. It's from right at the beginning, things start happening, and you get constant action the whole time. And even if one player sells off their Kanyard and the other one loses it, and you get half your structure killed by a couple of flame tanks, half of your structures killed by a couple of flame tanks, you're still able to just keep fighting. In the end, it came down to SnicKers, I think, not having the tech to respond to what Lamas was doing. I think Corruptors with their AoE poison attack might have been a better choice if he had the ability to build them in the Shard Walkers. I did like that trick with a phased Shard Walker being used to crush the infantry. That did really thin out those numbers, but ultimately with those infantry upgrades, that Secret Shrine really paid for itself, being able to allow Lamas to get the Confessors, which I think really were the linchpin that made that work. So really awesome match. I'm really happy that I cast this one. Casting them blind is always kind of a crapshoot. But this was a really exciting match to me. So this has been Wayward, and this has been Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath, not CNC Remastered, as I said at the beginning of the cast. So thanks anyone who watches this, and I will see you next time.